So here this call of constructor is valid. Now we are having doubt how many blocks this constructor will be creating. That simple, observe here, okay? That simple, observe here. Here you are having call to abstract string builder class int argument constructor. How means? Observe friends, simple, observe here. Here whatever you are passing, they will find the length for that one, getting int I. That I plus 16 will be passed as an argument to this thing. Now observe here, what is this s length? Observe here friends, what is this s length? It is 4. 4 plus 16, 20 will be the capacity. So here also you are going to create a string buffer object which is having 16 blocks, okay? 16 blocks with the default value as what? Nil. This is the implementation for this string buffer class having argument as what? Can sequence. So what we have understood here, no need to worry. Now we are going to understand the code for all these constructors. Simple, that simple. Before going to that one, observe friends, okay? Observe here. Observe here, before I go for all of those, observe what we have understood. Within the string buffer class we are having some 4 constructors. Number 1 constructor is what? Having no argument. Within this constructor we are having logic to call parameterized constructor of parent class which is having int type. What is their logic within this constructor? It is having logic to initialize this char array value by using this capacity, by using this argument variable called capacity. So the default value here is what? 16. They are passing 16 as, that is string buffer class implementers passing the value for this constructor as what? 16, okay? By default they are passing 16, okay? Now if I create object by using this constructor, the default capacity, that is how many blocks are available to hold data, that is how many blocks are available to hold data is 16 here. So you will have what? 16 blocks starting from 0 to 15. 15 is the end index, okay? We will prove that one. We will write the code. That's simple, just 1 or 2 lines, okay? Now, and also we are having one more string buffer class constructor with argument as int capacity, that is here by default it is taking 16. String buffer class developers, they are passing 16 for this constructor call. Now I want to pass my own value. I want to create my own capacity, my own blocks to store the data. For that we have to depend upon a string buffer class constructor having argument as int. Now here you are having call to abstract a string builder class parameterized constructor by passing this capacity as an argument, okay? Now if I pass here 9, it will create just 9 blocks. If I pass here 900, it will create 900 blocks. Getting? It will create 900 blocks, okay? Now this is one constructor, and you are having one more constructor with argument as a string. Once again, here we are having logic to call that superclass abstract string builder parameterized constructor. Here as an argument to this constructor we are going to pass a value which is always length plus 16, which is always length plus 16. If I pass here, if I create a constructor as what? New string buffer by passing Anil. Now what will be the capacity means, that is number of blocks. It will be 4 plus 16, altogether 20 will be available here. Now coming to this constructor, having argument as char sequence. This char sequence is an interface with implementation classes as what? String buffer and string builder. Okay, so you can create an object for string buffer by passing string buffer object itself. This is very important for our OCJP exam. Here if you are calling this string buffer class constructor having argument as char sequence, internally it will call its superclass constructor having argument as int by passing value as this s length plus 16, getting this s length plus 16. So once again the same memory representations. Here what is the s length? S length is what? 4 plus 16 is what? 20. So you will be having 0 to 19 blocks. Okay, 19 blocks. And this string buffer class is having one small method. What is that method? Observe. Public int capacity method. This method is having logic to return how many number of blocks available currently with that object, getting within that object. What is the logic here? Returns a value representing number of blocks, getting number of blocks, friends. Within this string buffer we are having one method called as capacity method. This method is returning a value. That value always represents number of blocks. Here if I call this capacity method, it will return 20. If I call, it will return 9 because 9 blocks are there. Here some 20 blocks were there, 0 to 19, so 20 blocks. If I call here it will return here it will return 16 because 16 blocks are there. Okay, now I am going to use this capacity method. Okay, now observe that simple thing. Now let me take a class called A. Okay, now public static void main string array, create string buffer object getting with no argument constructor, here it will create 16 blocks. Okay, now how to know that one? Observe, here we are having one method called as capacity method within the string buffer class, which will return an int value representing number of blocks, which is representing number of blocks to us. Okay, now let me call SOP of S1 dot capacity. Here what will be the answer? 16. Now I am going to create string buffer class object. Now what is the memory representation for this one? The same thing, but here calling is different because of this constructor implementation. You are calling abstract string builder argument constructor. What is the memory representation? String buffer object SP, which is S1. You are having char array value, having referring one char array, having how many blocks? 0 to 15, 16 number of blocks. Okay, 16 number of blocks. Now S2, let me create one more string buffer object by using this constructor having argument as int. Now what happens here? It will pass this value as an argument to this constructor call. Now what happens here? Because of this constructor call, there will be string buffer object. Yes, 2. Now here, here what happens? It will refer. Observe here. Internally, this is calling. It's a super class abstract string builder argument constructor by passing a value as 9. Here you are having logic to initialize char array value, whatever parent is having by default available to child or not. I have shown that one to you. Observe here, class base, okay, char array value, okay, ANIL, okay. Now class A extends what? Base, okay. Now if I create object for class A, new A, what happens? There will be A object with char array, whatever parent is having by default available to the child. How to prove that one? Put one reference and call SOP A dot value. You will get answer as what? Anil. We have seen that one. Getting? That's why this char array value is available within this string buffer object, even though this char array value available at parent class to this string buffer. Understand this point, okay? Important, okay? Now observe here. So it will have how many blocks? 9 blocks, okay, 0 to 8. Now SOP of S2 dot capacity. What capacity method will return? It will return one int value representing number of blocks. Getting? Number of blocks. How many blocks here? 9 blocks, okay. Now let's go for string object creation by using other constructor. String buffer S3 equals to new string buffer of nil, okay. Now what happens? What happens? Observe here. It will call parent class parameterized constructor by passing a value. That value will be as what? This string length plus 16, okay. So how many blocks? 20. It will pass here argument as what? 20. So 20 blocks will be creating, okay. Now string buffer object with char array value having how many blocks? 20 blocks, but data will be as what? ANIL, okay. Now observe here, this is what our S3 string buffer object. Now check how many blocks it is having, starting from 0 to 19. SOP of S3 dot capacity, okay. Here the data will be as what? That is output 20. Now let's understand this constructor having argument as char sequence. Char sequence is an interface having implementation classes as string builder, string buffer, string, and also you are having one more, some other classes also. Now let us understand only string buffer string. That's why here, even though you are calling a string buffer constructor having argument as string, indirectly it will call this char sequence, otherwise this one. When char sequence definitely will be called if you pass string buffer, okay, then only this char sequence constructor will be called, that is char sequence argument type constructor will be called. Here you are passing what? String, so it will call directly string. It will call directly string constructor, that is string buffer class having argument type as string only. Okay, this is overloading constructors. Okay, now let me create a string buffer object. String buffer object as a nil. Okay, now what happens here? Now I'm going to call string buffer class constructor having argument as what? Char sequence. Now this constructor, of course, here because of this one same representation, once again you will have same representation, char array value having how many blocks? 20 blocks. Having how many blocks, guys? ANIL 19, 0 to 19. This is what? S4. Now this S4 I am using to create once again string buffer class object, very specific thing. Now here how many blocks? Here how many how much will be the argument for this string buffer? Parent class constructor, abstract string builder, very important. Here they will use length method, don't get confused. If you pass string buffer in string buffer class, you are having length method. What is the length here? 4 plus 16, 20 only. I will show to you. Okay, observe here. Okay, now what happens because of this one? There will be, because of new string buffer object and because of this constructor, this constructor will be executing. Now observe, s dot length. What is the length here? 4 plus 16, 20. Now also for S4 it is 20 and for S5 also 20, not something like 36. Okay, not like 36. Okay, now here you will have what? Char array value having how many number of blocks? 20 blocks. Okay, having 20 blocks, that is index will be from 0 to 19. This is what? S5. This is what? S5. Okay, now if I use capacity method, SOP of S5 dot capacity, what will be the answer? 20. Very specific and very important. Okay, very important. Okay, now let me compile and execute all these piece of code. Just a minute. Observe here. Have created string buffer class objects by using different constructors of string buffer. Each constructor having some different implementations. They are calling their parent class argument constructor, that is their parent class is what? Abstract string builder. Okay, now observe here. Just a minute to execute all of these things. Okay, now let me create the class called A. Now create string buffer s1 equals to new string buffer. Okay, now observe here. Okay, observe here. Now system dot out dot println of s1 dot capacity. Okay, now what should be the answer to us? What should be the answer, guys? 16. Let me compile this one. Okay, observe Java. What is the source code file name? It is test. Okay, Java C test.java. Compile it, compile successfully. What is the main method class name? Class A. So Java space capital A. Yes, 16 is the answer. Observe here. This is the first one. Okay, at memory JVM will create all these memory representations. Okay, now observe. Now let's go for the other one. Okay, now let me create the string buffer object with default capacity, that is customized capacity as what? Now what should be the answer to us? 9 should be the answer. Let me compile. Let me Observe, let it be yes 2. Okay, now compile this one, run this one. 9 is the capacity. Observe this one, friends. Okay, only 9 blocks will be available to us at memory. Okay, now let's go for the other one, having argument as what? String. Okay, now what will be the what will be the total capacity? Length plus 16. Length is what? 4. 4 plus 16, 20. Let me compile and let me run this piece of code. Yes, 20 is the answer. Okay, now observe here, let me create one string buffer object, and once again let me create one more string buffer object having argument as what? String buffer only. Observe here. Now what will be the capacity, friends? Once again 20. Observe here, to give the difference, let me put some statement. Okay, once again it will be as 20, friends. Okay, observe here, let me compile, let me run this one. Observe here, still it is what? 20 only. Observe here, I am passing a string buffer object itself as an argument to string buffer class constructor. At that time this constructor will be calling. Here you are having logic to call superclass parameterized constructor having argument as int. By which value they are going to call? This argument length plus 16. Here it is what? 4. 4 plus 16 is how much? 20. If you want, I will change this value to Anil Mohandu. Let it be as what? Anil Mohandu. 7 plus, observe here, Mohandu. 1 2 3 4 7. 7 plus 4 how much? 11. Getting? 7 plus 4 is how much? 11. 11 plus 16, 11 plus 16, 27. So now you should get capacity as what? 27. Observe. Now let me change the content as what? Anil Mohandu. Answer should be as what? 27. Observe, 20 Mohandu. Okay, double O I have put. Okay, let it be 27 should be the answer. Okay, I hope you understand this one. Okay, this is what our string buffer class constructors. Okay, try to observe the internal implementation once. Okay, so that it will be very helpful to you. Okay, thank you.